How to be grateful in hard times. When we experience hard times in our life, it can be difficult to think about what are all the positives in our life. It can be easy to get caught up in what the negative things that are going on. And that's completely understandable because I've been there. In the past, I really struggled to look for the positives, to be grateful for what I have. And so with that being said, throughout this video, I promise you, by the end of it, you will understand better how to be grateful in whatever hard times you are facing. And I have 3 steps, with the last one being most important because there's 3 go-to actionable habits that you can go to whenever you feel ungrateful or whenever you're going through a hard time, how to reframe your mind. With that being said, my name's Chris Richardson. I'm a coach here at Life on Your Terms, and I make these videos to pass on these experiences, to pass on my knowledge, to hopefully help you move through the struggles that I faced much quicker than I ever could have. With that being said, the first step to be grateful in hard times is to recognize and reflect on the positives within your life. What I mean by this is practicing daily gratitude. For a while, what I would do for about a year, every single day, I would think about one thing I'm grateful for. And it'd be one of the earliest things of the day. Sometimes it's just waking up that day. The fact that I have life is what I was grateful for. Or the fact that I could walk. Or the fact that I could see. It was that basic, but it made me that much more grateful for those abilities because there's plenty of people out there that don't have that and that aren't afforded the opportunities that I am. So think about the opportunities you're afforded every day. And then try to frame that, you know what, I'm really grateful to be here today. Or I'm really grateful to be able to face this challenge that I am facing. That can be helpful working through those hard times. On top of daily gratitude, how can you build momentum? And with momentum, you build it through small wins. So let's say you're having a hard time in your business. Your revenue has capped and it is stopped, or you're having a hard time with an employee. How can you build small wins of that? With that. So with the revenue piece, how can you just increase that revenue 2%? Or with the employee piece, maybe it means firing them and having that conversation. That could be a small win. Or maybe you're having a hard time in a relationship. What's a small win you can get in that relationship? Maybe you're having a hard time in your health. You just went to the doctor and they told you this piece of your health is very unhealthy, you have heart problems, whatever it may be. What's a small win you can get from that? Maybe they give you these things that you should do. Maybe it's walking daily, going on that walk. Whatever it is, find your small wins to build momentum to help you work through these hard times and be grateful for this. Now, on top of that, with recognizing and reflecting on the positives, I would encourage you to realize and look at how this time in your life will make a better story for later. So what I mean, if you have a hard time in business, you're having a hard time in your relationship, when you go through the next 5, 10 years and you look back, you'll be like, that's awesome. That's a better story. I had this fire burning in my business, but I still made it work. My relationship was on the brink of ending, but we still made it work, and look at us today. It's being able to look at that you will get through the hard time you are going through right now, and you will probably be grateful for it on the other side. Because what I know about myself is that any hard time I've gone through, even one time I ended up in the hospital when I was 17. So there was some stuff going on and I ended up in the inpatient hospital for 4 days. But what that taught me, being in the hospital, is invaluable. It formulated my purpose. It showed me exactly what I want to do. So something that was such a hard time, something that was so devastating to my family and to me, ended up being one of the best times of my life. So if you can frame it that way, it'll create a better story that could be helpful and have you be grateful for this hard time. The second piece of how to be grateful in hard times is to be present and mindful of these hard times. So what I would encourage you to do is sit and be present with the emotions you are feeling. Because often, as humans and as society, I feel like we've done a disservice to ourselves by trying to push all emotions under the rug and only focus on being happy. But in hard times, you are not happy. So with that nature, you are not grateful for them. But if you are able to be sad, if you are able to be mad, and you're able to sit with that and feel those emotions, number one, they'll move through quicker. Because pushing them under the rug, I can tell you personally, it does not work. But being able to feel these emotions will let you move through them quicker. On top of that, being present with your emotions will help you work through the solution and understand what you need to do And I think it's important to be okay with being mad, sad, angry. All of those things are important to be able to feel. So I encourage you to be present and mindful of the emotions to help you be grateful for the hard time you are going through. One way you can do this is force yourself to be mindful by just looking at all the objects around you and then thinking of how you feel, and only allow yourself to think about and feel what you are feeling at that current moment. And by doing that, it'll allow you to be grateful for that and for the future, because you owe it to yourself. You're always so present in the good times, you should owe it to yourself to be present in the bad ones as well. And my 3 go-to habits with gratitude, and with gratitude in hard times especially, to be able to move through those hard times, is gratitude itself, the daily gratitude. And if you're really struggling with it, make a list of 100 things you're grateful for. I guarantee at the end of it, you'll feel better. And also, another thing that can help with your gratitude is talking about with other people how grateful you are for the things you have. Whether it's with your friends, whether it's with your family, whether it's with your mentor or your therapist, whether it's with your partner, find someone you can talk to about how grateful you are for the opportunities that you've been afforded in this life. On top of gratitude, I would encourage you to exercise. Exercise can help us raise those endorphins, help us feel better mentally, and when you feel those things, it'll help you be grateful and be more equipped and have that resilience to move through those hard times and apply some of the things we talked about earlier in this video. And the final piece, the third and final piece of my go-to habits to be grateful in hard times, is offer help. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but I would actually encourage you to ask your friends, ask your family, ask your partner, how can you help them? Hey, I've got this time today, and I would love to help you. What do you need help with? Your friends and your family will probably be taken aback. And when they are, they'll say something, and then you go help them, you'll feel better. When you help people, I feel like it releases chemicals in our brain to help us feel better. And then also, you are doing a service for your friends, so it improves the relationship. So offer help to others. It can help you get out of your own hard times and focus on someone else, which can be helpful to work through your hard times. So again, gratitude, talking about that gratitude, exercise, and offering help to others. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. On top of that, take that balance wheel in the description below, because it can highlight all the things you're grateful for in your life.